Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news from around the world. Firstly, Japan's yen hit a 3-month low against the US dollar, just as ours is falling too on a government change. There's a big election win for Shinzo Abe gave a green light to a super easy monetary policy. And he indicated he would change their constitution to clarify the legal status of Japan's self-defense forces in the face of the threat from North Korea. Meanwhile, the euro also sank as Spain's constitutional crisis aggravated concerns about political unity in the EU bloc. And there is an odd piece of EU data out today. Eurozone consumer confidence strengthened for the third straight month in October to its highest level since 2001, according to an official EU survey. The result also was better than markets were expecting. But the odd thing is that actually the data is negative. There are more pessimists than optimists in the EU. This survey hasn't been positive since January 2001. In China, new data out overnight showed that China's new home prices rose in September at their fastest rate on record as buyers rushed to close contracts before new restrictive measures took place in October. Prices in China's 70 major cities rose 11.2% in September from a year earlier, accelerating from 9.2% annual increase in August, as 64 cities saw year-on-year price gains. In Argentina, President Macri has won a sweeping nationwide victory in midterm congressional elections over the weekend and is moving to swiftly overhaul Argentina's economy with tax cuts and austerity measures, rolling back years of profligacy with policies that repeatedly took them near to and into bankruptcy. And an interesting situation is developing in Australia. Their regulators force banks to clamp down on interest-only lending, rationing it by reducing access and raising interest rates by applying the regulators' higher risk assessments. Now those same banks are under fire for profiteering from responding to those instructions. It is almost as though the regulators had no idea of the consequences they were requiring. They need to be careful what they wish for. Their moves gave a free pass to the banks to act in unison without any competitive consequences. And staying in Australia, network operator Vocus has announced it is hiving off its New Zealand business, having built it by buying Slingshot, Orcon and Flip. They are to be spun out and sold by Goldman Sachs. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 2.38%, pretty much unchanged from yesterday, but up a lot from Friday. The price of crude oil is marginally higher today and now just under $52 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is just under $57.50 a barrel. The price of gold is also marginally higher, now at $1,279 an ounce. New data shows that gold output is expected to rise in Australia over the next 5 years. But the Kiwi dollar is down sharply from where we left it last week at 69.6 US cents. From the cross rates, we're unchanged at 89.2 Aussie cents and at 59.3 euro cents. Our TWI is now at 72.5. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.